Benazir Bhutto, the woman who dared to lead. On the evening of December 27th, 2007, the city of Rawalpindi, Pakistan, was alive with noise. Supporters waved flags, chanted slogans. They had come to see a woman who had already changed history. Benazir Bhutto stood through the sunroof of her vehicle, smiling and waving back. She had survived exile. She had survived prison. She had survived assassination attempts. But that night, history took a darker turn. Benazir Bhutto was born on June 21st, 1953, into one of Pakistan's most powerful families. Her father, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, was the Prime Minister of Pakistan, a man admired by many and feared by others. Benazir grew up surrounded by politics, speeches, and danger. From an early age, she learned that power came with a price. She was brilliant and confident. She studied at Harvard University and later Oxford, where she became one of the first women from Pakistan to lead a major student society. But her future was never meant to be quiet. In 1977, Benazir's life changed forever. Her father was overthrown in a military coup led by General Zia-ul-Haq. 2 years later, after a controversial trial, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was executed. Benazir was devastated. She was placed under house arrest, watched constantly, silenced, and threatened. Instead of breaking her spirit, it hardened her resolve. After years of struggle, imprisonment, and exile, Benazir returned to Pakistan. In 1988, she made history. At just 35 years old, Benazir Bhutto became the first woman to lead a Muslim-majority nation. Crowds celebrated her as a symbol of hope, especially women who saw themselves reflected in her victory. But power did not bring peace. Her government faced corruption accusations, political sabotage, and pressure from the military. She was removed from office twice, forced into self-exile, and repeatedly targeted by enemies. Benazir knew her life was in danger. She received threats almost daily. Still, she believed her return to Pakistan was necessary. In October 2007, she came back from exile to run for office again. That very night, a suicide attack targeted her convoy, killing more than 130 people. Benazir survived, but the warning was clear. She refused to stop. Despite the danger, Benazir continued campaigning. She spoke of democracy, women's rights, and a future free from dictatorship and extremism. She knew the risks. She even told close friends that she might not survive. Yet she believed fear should never rule a nation. After addressing a rally in Rawalpindi, Benazir Bhutto stood up through her vehicle's sunroof to wave goodbye. A man approached. Gunshots rang out. Moments later, a powerful explosion shook the street. Benazir Bhutto collapsed. She was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. At 54 years old, Benazir Bhutto was pronounced dead. Pakistan erupted in grief and chaos. Protests filled the streets. Fires burned. More than 40 people died in the unrest that followed. The country had lost not just a politician, but a symbol of courage. Benazir was married to Asif Ali Zardari. They had 3 children. Her children lost their mother, the same way Benazir had lost her father, to political violence. History repeated itself. The Pakistani government blamed extremist groups. Investigations followed, but confusion, missing evidence, and unanswered questions remained. In 2010, the United Nations released a report stating that Pakistan failed to protect Benazir Bhutto and failed to properly investigate her murder. No single mastermind has ever been fully held accountable. Justice, for many, remains incomplete. Benazir Bhutto was buried beside her father in Sindh, her ancestral home. Thousands attended her funeral. Millions watched in silence. A political dynasty mourned another life lost too soon. Benazir Bhutto is remembered as a trailblazer for women, a symbol of democratic struggle, a leader who chose courage over safety. Her party later returned to power. Her husband became president. But Benazir was gone. Benazir Bhutto lived knowing her life could end at any moment. She chose to return anyway. She chose to stand anyway. She chose her country, even when it cost her everything. Her voice was silenced, but her story still speaks. Now Reveal Zone asks you, why do you think powerful women face greater resistance in leadership? Why do voices of reform often become targets? Do you believe justice was truly served in her assassination? Share your thoughts in the comment section. I read every single one. Your voice matters. Your opinion matters. And together, we keep the conversation alive. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.